There's a lot of work that goes into making Rhode Island run smoothly. A lot of people, a lot of hours, and a lot of planning. So where does all this magic happen? The Statehouse, of course. The Statehouse is so much more than a nice piece of architecture to look at from I-95. It is a proud gleaming beacon of progress, architectural splendor, and a time machine to Rhode Island's past. Built in 1895, the enormous white marble structure, crowned with a massive dome looming 149 feet above the Statehouse floor. The dome is the fourth largest in the world and was painted by hand. The building hosts a gorgeous library straight out of a Disney movie, and various sitting rooms anointed with hand-painted ceilings, carved gold details, sparkling chandeliers, and rich velvet drapes. This building is also where the Senate and the House of Representatives convene to form bills, pass laws, and be a voice for the Rhode Island people. We got the opportunity to speak to one of those state representatives who has dedicated her life to making Rhode Island a better place to live.
I'm Representative Deborah Fellela. I represent District 43, and that's the town of Johnston, Rhode Island. I graduated from East Providence High School, and I took a business course, learned to type, which thank God I did today. But I took a business course and I went into insurance when I got out of high school. Back then, we really didn't need, college education to get a decent job. So I was fortunate to fall into a nice insurance job. And as I got older and got married and had my children, when I lived in Johnston, we decided to, start getting involved, especially when the kids started going to school, get involved in the school committee. So I did. I got involved with helping people's campaigns, campaigning for them, walking with them, and learning really the ropes. Back then, you learned from really the best because they campaigned really ferociously. They really, they went out every night. They had their paperwork. They had everything, planned. But today, it's a little different. But I really enjoyed doing that, especially on a town level, because kids, like I said, were in school, and you got to know what was going on in the town, and then also town politics, the town committee, the town council. So I really helped a few people in that aspect. So I did get involved in it as I got older in life. Recently worked on the governor's task force a few years back for the opioid crisis. That was a big task that we took on. My bill created a list of the pharmaceuticals that the doctors and the companies write. So, and this showed how much, the list shows how the drugs are being dispersed and the prices of them. So it was a step. My bill was a step, but the governor's task force was a great thing. I think there was 6 to 8 bills that came out of that task force, and I know she's a big advocate for that, and I know she'll continue to work on that, as well as I'd be glad to as well work on something like that. We've passed a lot of bills with the veteran community. We've made the veterans home. The committee has worked on the veterans home. It's redone the veterans home. It's beautiful down there. We have just passed for veterans in-state tuition is free for them if they've been a veteran. So that's a great bill. We've had the Gold Star parents. They're parents that have lost someone in combat, and they had advocated for a certain flag. I don't know if you have any here, but they had wanted a certain flag. So we finally got that through last year, where they can use that. It's not in the statute, but they can fly it on certain days. So we've done a lot. We've done a lot with the veterans community. We've created a veterans number plate, the plates for the cars. It's amazing how many veterans bills that come out every year that we really help them. Between I get a lot of calls from veterans, whether it be for tax exemption in their town. But we have a great group that help us. If we have a problem, we can call them. The clerk here in Veterans, anytime you have a question, he knows the answers. I had a lady that had a problem with her husband's stone at the Veterans Cemetery. It was taken care of immediately. So it's a great group, and they really advocate for the veterans here.
As a woman in politics, do you have any words to share with young girls who might want to work in politics someday?
I say, the governor has that essay contest that she does with young girls. I think it's up to grade 5 or 6 that the governor does. And we've met some of them over the years, and they're amazing, those young girls, the ideas that they have. And it's just great. I say go for it. I mean, go for it, and your limits are endless, really. I feel like a woman can go as far as they want to go today.